All right. So to begin with, I did in the agenda here add a couple of resources. If you don't know where they are, they can be found on Launchpad. The faculty IT resources and the staff IT resources both will have this video at the end of it. And then this last link isn't out on Launchpad, but is the Microsoft training. And it has video tutorials and step throughs. It's a really, really great resource. So getting started, we are going to start by creating a new team. So in the top right corner, you would click join or create team, and I would suggest one person out of each department be the point person to create the team. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole bunch of teams out there and only one person in them. So you'll select create team, and there's all these options, but for the most part, you guys are going to be using staff, as we don't use the class add-ins like assignments and stuff like that, as that's what's Canvas is our LMS right now. So we'll do staff. It'll ask you for a name. We're just going to call this the demo team. You can add a description if you want. And then there's the privacy level. Do you want other people to be able to locate your team or message your team? Most of the time, the answer is going to be no. Only the people that are in the team are going to be the ones that you want to message you. But if you did want it to be like a public group, you'd select that right there. But I'm going to leave this as a private team. We're going to hit next, and it's going to create the team. So right here, we can start adding members, and I'm going to use Mark as my example. So if I wanted to add him, we could do that, and then we could hit add. And then there's the permission level. There's two permissions in Teams. There's member and owner, and it would be what you would think it is. Member has to request access to do certain things, delete posts, things like that. The owner can do any of that. I will leave that as a member for now, and then you just hit close, and then he's added to the group, and you can see right here in the feed, the channel, I suppose, Mark has been added. So there are ways of adding members after the fact, and real quick, real easy, here's how you do it. So you'd go up to the demo team, click these three dots, and you would hit add a member. And again, we could just choose anybody. You find somebody, you hit add, and then you're going to select their membership level. And we'll say that we want a secondary owner, and you hit close. And it's as simple as that. There are several ways of doing that. You can do over here, and you can do the manage notifications and stuff like that. Under this right here is called a channel, and it's basically like a group broadcast. Here is where you would type messages to your entire team. If you wanted to mention somebody specifically, you use the @ symbol and then their name, and it will pop a notification to them saying they were mentioned in a comment. One caveat to this is all of these channels, every user has to turn on notifications if you want them to have notifications. So if you go right to the channel in particular that you're looking at, do channel notifications, and this drop down box right here, you'd have to do banner and feed, or you could do only show and feed, but that defeats the purpose. So we do this, and then you could include replies if you want to, and hit save, and then you would start getting notifications anytime anybody put anything in there. You can have multiple channels if you have different subsets of your department that you want to get certain communications. You can add a different channel, and you can name it, give it a description, and now you can set permissions directly for this channel and specify people if you don't want other members in that group to see it. I'll leave it as standard for now and hit add. And then for each channel, we are going to have to turn on notifications. So again, you'd have to come in here, hit channel notifications, and flip it on and hit save. And then I would be notified every time that there is anything posted in this particular channel. So we're going to move along to the chat function, which is right over here. The chat function, you can see that it creates a chat for each virtual conference too. So right here, I can see who's in, who's out, and we can message within there. Otherwise, what you could do is click new chat, and well, you can enter name. And so this pulls from the same address list as your email. So if you can find them, well, we'll just pick somebody at random. You can pick anybody out of the global address list, click on them, and you can start a new conversation. You can add multiple people to this conversation. We can use Iris, and those people would then be in there. Once you do this, you can actually start a call from within this chat. It would normally be located in this upper right-hand corner, but because I'm in a call, I can't show you that. So that is the basics of the chat function. The next is calls. Now here you can click make a call. And again, this uses the global address list or the address list from Outlook. And you could type in several names and add as many people there as you want. And you can either video chat them or call them. So, and then within your teams, I'm going to circle back real quick. Within your teams, there's several different tabs. There's your posts where your channels are, and then there's actually an area where you can upload files to share with your group. You can upload, you can download, you can collaborate within there. You can also open different tabs and add tabs based from Planner. These are all Office 365 apps that will link into Teams. I'm not going to go too far in that. When we offer more advanced training, we can get into that, but those are options for each team. There is one thing I want to mention. There are mobile applications for every platform, and they have the same functionality as what you have with Windows. So if you want a video chat, if you just want to message back and forth, you can get all of your notifications there. Works really great. I use it on my phone, and it's my main form of communication for Dunwoody. And now those are the basics for Teams as it sits now. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up to any questions that anybody might have. And
Doug, this is Corinne. I have a question about how you set up a scheduled meeting. When I watch the videos online, there's no icon for meetings or no icon for calendar.
So this did bring up another point, and it's one piece that I must have missed going over. So because we're not, as faculty and staff, we're not all on Office 365. We have an account, but our mail isn't there yet. So the calendar function isn't there. So the way to do it is through Outlook. Once you have the desktop app installed, and that's the most critical piece to this, you'll actually have a Teams new meeting for Teams that you can select through Outlook, which makes it a lot easier. And that's the same link that you